Did anybody go to the Birdie concert a few years ago? Yeah, well, I did, and she was absolutely fantastic. I loved her singing and playing Terrible Love. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love and I'm walking in. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love and I'm walking in its quiet company. Its quiet company. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love that I'm walking in. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love that I'm walking in its quiet company. Its quiet company. And I can't fall asleep without a little help. Takes a while to settle down. My shivered bones awake to the panic sound. It takes an ocean not to break. It takes an ocean not to break. It takes an ocean not to break. A company. It's quiet company. And I won't follow you into the rabbit hole. I said I would, but then I saw your shivered bones. They didn't want me to. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love and I'm walking in. It's a terrible love and I'm walking with spiders. It's a terrible love and I'm walking in. It takes an ocean not to break. It takes an ocean not to break. It takes an ocean not to break. Company. It's quiet company. It's quiet company. Adele wrote this song with a vision in mind that should get all the people that are important in her life at the moment, hold a party in 50 years' time where they can just catch up and remember on the times of when they were young. Everybody loves the things you do, but from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody Nobody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home, like a dream come true. But if by chance you're alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time. But we might be exactly like who you were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you moved overseas. At least that's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie, still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time. We might be exactly like who we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. Oh, when we were young, when we were young, when we were young. And it's hard to admit that everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. Part of me keeps holding on, just in case it hasn't gone. I guess I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time. We might be exactly like who we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us reckless. Oh, I'm so mad at getting old. It made us reckless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
Who remembers Eve Cassidy? She wrote such beautiful songs, and a favourite of mine would have to be Songbird.
Just wait for Charlie to sort you out.
So this next song is Songbird, a beautiful song that Eva Cassidy sang.
For you, there'll be no know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. And I give you all the love in the world. But most of all, I wish it from myself. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Like never before. This last one has many different interpretations and variations, but one thing it always does is brings a lot of feelings to people and means something really special to me. Come on, skinny love, just last the year. Pour a little soul you would never hear. Mama, my, mama, my, mama, my. Staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. I tell my love to wreck it all. Cut out all the ropes and let me fall. Mama, my, mama, my, mama, my. Right at the moment this sudden's tall. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, but it will be a different kind. 'Cause I'll be holding all the tickets, and you'll be owning all the fines. Come on, skinny love, what happened here? Circle on the open light brasses. Mama, my, mama, my. Who will fight and who will fall behind? Come on, skinny love. Mama, my, mama, my, mama, my. Mama, my, mama, my, mama, That's all from me for your evening, and enjoy your meals and have a great rest of your night.
Hey Lily, thanks. That was a really lovely performance. There was heaps to really enjoy about that. Great choice of songs. I really like the songs, and you've got a beautiful voice. You've obviously had a lot of training. You've been working quite hard, I can tell. Your pronunciation is very precise and really good, and you're using some strong technical elements with your voice. I could hear that. But I could also feel the tension in your voice, and I think that if you can find a way some technique that you can find to help you relax on stage, it would really make a huge difference to your singing in the future. I really loved listening to your voice in the sound check. In particular, was you were really relaxed. You were just up there sound checking and making sure everything's sounding right. And I was like, wow, this is going to be a beautiful performance, and it was. But I also heard a difference in your voice when the lights went on and suddenly everyone's attention was on you, and there was that nervousness that came into the performance. And there was a few times during the performance where you just relaxed for a moment and smiled, and something was happening, and your tone just rounded out beautifully, and suddenly there was an element to it that is really hard to describe, but it was like, oh, that's your potential. That's the voice that I really want to hear from you, you know. So it's just a little thing. It's just a little tweaking. Most people probably wouldn't pick up on that. I'm picking up on it because I'm a singer and I'm critical of those kind of things. And I want to offer you some constructive criticism that you can take away and improve on your performances in the future. And just working continually in the future on pitch as well, just really nailing that pitch. There was a few times there where you were just almost on the note, but not quite. So it wasn't dramatically. It wasn't like you were really just banging flat notes or anything like that. But it's just that real refinement of your pitch and getting it smack in the middle of the note. I think that'll really improve your performances in the future. But fantastic. You've got a beautiful smile. Use it more. That's the other thing I'd say. Delta Goodrum's advice. It relaxes you when you smile. You use less muscles in your face. It actually puts your mouth into a position where you can pronounce and sing better as well. So it's actually a singing technique to smile more, and it's a beautiful visual thing. It's an engagement tool for your audience as well. So I definitely use that a little bit more in the future. If it doesn't sound too naff, I mean, I know it sounds a bit crazy, people saying smile all the time, but it's actually a legitimate technique. So have a think about that. Well done. Thank you. Ed?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to add too much to what Tim's just said there, Lily, and I'm just thinking of a couple of little things here. When Tim's talking about sort of learning that relaxing technique, you'd be surprised at how many things that affects with your singing, with your whole sort of stance on stage, even the way you're at the keyboard. If you are able to relax a bit more and actually just kind of maybe, I'm not really sure how you do it, but it's sort of like, how do you say, where you don't take, I mean, you don't have to take it all that seriously. Music it's a free-flowing art form, and yes, you learn the songs, yes, you learn your instrument, you learn the melodies and everything, but at the end of the day, always try to maintain an open mind that things can be changed, and also that it's malleable, and that might open the door to maybe having a bit more fun with it. And I was also thinking with your keyboard playing, it also just try to imagine how else a song might be delivered. I was sort of hoping to hear a bit more of an extended keyboard use, maybe some pedal notes down on the lower end of the keyboard, and maybe some flourishes up the other end of the keyboard. Again, I think you can step the dynamic range up another notch again. I know you're in a restaurant or piano bar setting, but as you know, in these settings, people have a few drinks and they get very chatty, and all of a sudden it can be, you can get a bit drowned out. So having dynamics, really does help to capture a crowd in that situation. Yeah, so I mean, relaxing, like Tim was saying, it does wonders for your tone and your voice. Yeah, and then the only other thing I was thinking of was mic technique. You do have a lot of power in your voice, especially in your head voice. So try to realize that when you do that, when you're on the mic and you're at full power and it's really quite close to you, it's not a it's something that you want to pull the mic away and sort of project into the mic. And I know that as soon as people start talking to a mic, it's actually a whole other way of performing, because it's a piece of technology that literally just amplifies everything. It's, as you would know, with theatre, it's projecting. If you didn't have mics and you had to just project in a theatre space that you didn't have mics, it's a different thing again. So, but look, I really enjoyed your performance. I can tell you these songs mean something to you, and that's really important as well when you're delivering them. And just try to have fun with it and relax into it. And I've really enjoyed your performance today, along with Tim and everybody else. So thank you.